It was the winter of 1997. In a very small town called Bethlehem. Some of you get when I say Bethlehem, you're probably thinking, Echepita. No, in the Free State. Those of you who have seen it on TV, it is one of the coldest places in our country. It is so cold that you don't want to wake up in the morning. The reason why it's this cold is because I'm sure the geography teachers, they will agree with me. When I say its altitude is about 1,700 meters. And we are very close to the Maluti Mountains. And you know in winter, they have that white snow making a cap on top of it. And when the wind blows, just like it's blowing now, it comes straight to Bethlehem. I'm sorry about that. And the coldness that we get when the wind blows, it's excruciating. Mothers, because they always make plans, because they realized, hurry, as they do their laundries every day in the evening, the only time they can lay it out on the washing line is in the morning at 4 o'clock. Because if you can be late and go out and put your washing out when the sun has risen, you are in trouble. Because your hands are going to freeze. And you are more likely to get gangrene if you're not careful. So mother said, yo, Bomanyo, if this is what we are going through, what about the younger ones? Rona at that time, who have to wake up in the morning and walk about 1 kilometer to school. What about them? And mothers decided, Plane Kihuri, my own mother, went out every morning after making the stove, took some big round stones, put it in that stove next to the hot coal to warm it up. Just before I leave to school, she will take it out and wrap it with a newspaper and give it to me. And I will warm my hands as I walk to school. It was exactly that time when I was standing on my grade 9 line queue at school at assembly when the principal was about to introduce this man. This man who was standing on his right. And as he moved his hand and he said, this man, our eyes as school children also moved with his hand. And we thought, what is that? Because our eyes were seeing something that was totally different. First day to come and meet us, this man was standing there, black suit, white shirt, nicely eyed. It was good. And on top of that, he had opened the mandate. I tried to do it as well. His shoes, I swear I could see my reflection. That man reflected to me. It was a sign of success. I said, Bethlehem is a very small town. Some of you don't even know it. For the very first time, I saw success. I'm like, what? I want that. Whatever that is, I want it. As standing there, getting impatient that the principal should talk very fast because we want to know what this man is all about. The principal said the nicest words I've ever heard. He's going to be my class teacher, giving me grade 7 English. I said, hooray! way, this is freedom for me. Because I'm going to make sure I take a piece of him in my life every day. And I went to class every day, ready to hear what Ntate Linka is saying. It is Ntate Linka Mufokeng, by the way. Don't be confused when I say Ntate Mufokeng or Ntate Linka. The name is Linka Mufokeng. Some of you might even know him. Ntate Mufokeng will come to class. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, he walked. And I observed everything. The way he turned when he spoke to us, the way he uttered his words. I listened to his words. I listened to even the pause between his words, because I wanted to grab that which is success. Because I didn't know what it was. But I knew I'm going to grab it in this man, because I want to be like him one day. Ladies and gentlemen, it was not difficult, because every day he came to class, he made sure he left something. Every day he came to class, he left something. We all grabbed whatever we wanted to grab. I, for one, I have a story to tell about Ntate Linka. I grabbed these few words. One day, as he was giving us, you know those books that you give us, the novels that you give us at the beginning of the year? And he came close to me and he said, Mutaung, hahuna muipa usina mute. In English it means, every uphill has a matching downhill. And yes, I took that from Ntate Linka. Every time I come across a challenge, I knew exactly what to do. I'm going to hold on now because it's an uphill. As it goes down, I will enjoy. The harder it gets, the more easier it's going to be for me. I will enjoy. It was only one day, I think it was 1992, with my father, as I put my first step at the University of Limpopo. You know how exciting that is, right? Being accepted at university. And I asked myself, Mahadi, how did you end up here? Really? Like you are at varsity? But then I remembered what happened. I remembered who brought me here. Those words and who Ntate Linka was to me every day. He resembled success. And I wanted that. And I'm still on the way to be on that success. You are asking yourself a question right now. Team building. I want to ask you a question that I know the answer already to. Do you enjoy being an educator? The answer is no to most of you. I already know the answer. If I had some magic of bringing you back and starting at age 16, would you want to be an educator? I know the answer. The answer is never. Because you want to be the doctor. You want to be a nurse. You want to be the president of South Africa. But let me tell you something. Even them, they don't want to be that. Even doctors don't want to be doctors. The same feeling you are having now, they have it too. I'm a witness. I'm a pharmacist. Ask me that question. I never wanted to be a pharmacist, hence I left it. You know why? Because the world has taught us not to appreciate what we have, but to always look further and think it's greener on the other side. And what are we doing when we do that every day? We suffer. We are always unhappy, disgruntled, complaining about the smallest tiny bits of things. things that are actually our opportunity, but we look at them and we complain. That's the nature of a human being. Higher Self Foundation today is here to say to you, it doesn't have to be like that. In fact, you have been complaining since you started working, right? But you're still a teacher. What makes you think you are in control? You are not. Because the rate we have been complaining with where we are, we should have left by now. But you are still there. You are still sitting right there. Every day you are like, Barre, Mam go now we are pension. I can't wait for a pension. I know. Ask yourself, why are you still there? Why are you still waking up in the morning and going to class? You are missing the point. Do you know what is the meaning of sin? Some of you might not have an idea. Sin comes from a Latin word, if I'm not making a mistake. That means that I know I'm not making a mistake. Missing the point. So you are sinning. I'll tell you why. Because you don't realize what you have and where you are and who each and every one of you is. Oh my God, I wish I was an educator. I wish I was an educator. Because each and every one of you have been chosen carefully by the higher power, whatever you call it, God, whatever. That higher power decided the energy of your DNA it's too important and significant for it to stay in one man. You need to duplicate it in hundreds and hundreds of people that are going to be passing by you. The universe have decided. It said you are not like me. Because I only see sick people. I used to see sick people. I don't duplicate myself. They all want medicine and leave me. But with you, for 12 months, you have this child whose mind is still very impressionable. The mind that you can take advantage of and make yourself in them. Because today, as I stand here, ladies and gentlemen, I represent Ntate Linka Mofuke. I represent one man because everything I do, even when I was called here, I remembered how articulate he was with things. He wanted to be everywhere at all times, on time. He wanted to be everywhere, representing. I'm sure I'm not so bad, hey? I'm sure I'm not. Thank you so much. This is Kimmerak Temfuke. If it was not of him, I wouldn't have known who I want to be and what I want to look like. I know what you are thinking now. You are saying, they're so ill-disciplined. They can't control. We are paid a little money. We're not doing any difference. Let me tell you. Do you know that when Tatem Fukeng is right now, might be singing the same song you are singing? Do you know why? I've never told him what I'm telling you today. So let's think. How many children passed by you, haven't told you what you have done? How many? You will not know. Because your duty is to just duplicate yourself in them. Whether they take how you dress, whether they take how you talk, whether they take how you walk, you have an opportunity to make Memantata 100 times in this world. Because you are special. Because you are magnificent. You are not an ordinary being. I'm standing here today and I would like to say to you, because you are great. You are not an ordinary human being. Do not look around and wait for people to give you respect because you came here with it. Who you are was decided a long time ago. That's why you are still sitting and you are a teacher. So when you look at the children at school, when you go back, realize what an opportunity you have in front of you. Just to duplicate yourself. Happiness. Thank you. Happiness. It's an easy thing. I know you will say, we're not happy. I know all the complaints. I can't even watch news. We know what's here they're giving us too much work. Today is OBE, tomorrow it's something else. We know all those things that you are complaining about. You can never change your outside world if you don't change how you feel about yourself. Because what you are love. Do you even know who you are? You are one thing. You are love, nothing else. All you need to do is just to give that love. How do you know you are who you are? When you are angry, you must know you have shifted. When you're feeling jealous, you know you have shifted from who you are, because that's not who you are. When you are angry at something, you have shifted. You are not yourself, because when you are love, nothing else. Even the Bible says that. Is she love? It's okay. It's okay. Just bring yourself back as you feel you're magnificent. How great you are in this world. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to waste any more time, but I'm going to say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I hope